You're listening to Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official podcast of Lingerie Fighting Championships. And now, here's your host, Michael Latkin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official LFC Lingerie Fighting Championships podcast. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me today, she is the host of Talk Yo Ishh podcast, the one, the only Tatiana Vitiello. How are you, Tatiana?
Hi, how are you?
I am good. First and foremost, it is an absolute pleasure to have you on the show here. You do a lot of great work with your podcast, and you were featured in Tommy Bell's first episode of Sketchy and Funny Cheesecake, which is now available on the LFCfights.com VIP section. So we get to introduce you a little bit to the LFC fans.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about that first. Let's start off hot in here. You were the subject of the first edition of Tommy Bell Sketchy and Funny with Cheesecake, a great drawing, really showcased your image. Tommy is a whiz when it comes to the pencil game and everything into detail with his artistry. How awesome was that for you to be a part of his drawing list?
Oh my God, like one of the most awesome things in life. And real quick, I'll tell you the backstory. So my best friend Emily Gugliano, the American Mermaid, I went to her house for the first time ever years ago, and I saw a drawing that she got in the mail that was from Tommy. And she said, "Oh, it's one of my fans. He drew it." And I was like, I gotta be drawn. I knew right away. Even that was when the podcast was in its infancy. And I was contacting him and he was telling me he was retiring and he wasn't going to do anymore. Like legit bugged him for like a year. And that's how it happened. And he was happy that I kept going because then you came. I mean, you guys were in each other's lives, but whatever, this idea formed. And he was like, "Hey, since you've been bugging me, do you want to be the first?" So don't ever let down. If you believe in something, just keep it. It was in my heart. I wasn't going to let him not draw me ever.
Well, it's the passion and persistence of wanting to be in the drawing. And I mean, the dude's so doggone good. Like retirement would be out of the question for him.
Yeah.
But that was it. Like, I mean, a lot of people really dig and dug that drawing, I myself included. So I mean, he did the drawing for the LFC podcast, which is absolutely amazing. The dude just has it. I don't know what it is, but he has it.
Yes.
When it comes to the artistry side of things for you, I mean, we talk about Mermaid, we talk about stuff that he's doing for you, the cheesecake side of things. I mean, it really encompassed your blonde hair, encompassed everything to you. So I think it kind of was a perfect image that really set to it, right?
And can I swear?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a fat ass, so I'm always trying to lose weight. So I'm 4'8", and I'm probably I don't know, me and you have the same body type. So I love cheesecake. Like that's my thing. And he was like, angel food or cheesecake. I'm like, I will bathe in both of those. So for him to portray that dead ass, my family laughs because I haven't even put it up in a frame yet because everybody's like, "Where's your fat cheesecake picture?" And I was like, shut your mouth. So it fits me. I don't even think he knows how much it fits me. Like I'm a cheesecake head right now. I love cheesecake.
I'm right there with you. Like going to my grandparents' house for Christmas. That was the one we always have is cheesecake for Christmas. So I get it.
The Italian cheesecake, I make it with eggnog. So I'll have to make it for you.
Hey, thank you. But yeah, no, that's the thing too. First of all, my weight has fluctuated like all my life through high school. So I get it. We're the same body types. And it's what we do, folks. We like food. It's what we do. It's the Italian in us.
Yeah, I just kind of said I was supposed to be on a diet for the last couple of weeks to get ready for these photo shoots. And I don't know what happens, but the pressure gets to me. And then I'm like, fuck it. And I just went in. I haven't done anything. I've been rescheduling everything because everything's tight. I have no pants on right now. So
fair enough. We've had a guest on the show where she was in the hot tub. So don't even worry about it. She was in the hot tub. Yep. It happened.
Do you have pants on?
Well, she did. She did not.
No, you.
Oh, me? Yeah, I got pants on. Yeah.
Why? You're doing a podcast. Why you got pants on?
Just got pants on.
It's a no pod pants. No pants pod.
No pants pod.
Well, when you come on to mine, it's no pants. Okay, that's
all right. Well, I'll be taking my pants off when I do your pod. Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I got your back. But no, that's the amazing thing about Wake Up.
No, I got your back.
I like your style. Okay. Now, I got to put this out here, folks, is if you've not listened to speaking about podcasting, Talk Yo Ish gives a great, really deep dive into the adult entertainment world. There's a lot of strippers on there. There's a lot of great stuff that encompasses that world. For you, I want to ask you getting into podcasting because podcasting is very wonderful from the standpoint of giving people the platform to tell their stories and just have fun with it. What was that like for you getting into it and really putting your goal and putting just your overall grind into it? And what a great name, Talk Yo Ish. It's very apropos with the show.
Thank you. So it started with me and my cousin. I had no idea what a podcast was. He was coming to visit me because we hadn't seen each other in 15 years. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, but I'm better now. So he basically showed up and I was like, I must be dying because he came to see me. We spent a whole weekend going out to the clubs. I've worked in the sex industry for 15 years. He saw what was happening. He heard the stories. He's like, why are people trying to pay me for my D? Why are strippers buying me drinks? Like, it was just so weird for him. And he's like, you live this and you're for real. And he's like, why don't you get on the podcast? I'm like, I don't even know what that is. So he had me speak to his two co-hosts, and they kind of thought I was a little too raunchy, ratchet. So for their show, and they were scared because they talk about music. So I don't like to be told no. The N word to me is go. So when he said that, I'm like, fuck it. How hard could it be? And here we are 5 years later. I have a new producer. You know, my cousin's no longer on the staff. I mean, I've taken over for everything. And I actually have the second podcast, which is a crime podcast called Killer Lashes with me and my co-host Aja Foster. I don't like to take co-hosts on because I've tried and they've literally ghosted me. I don't know what is the problem, but people can't take the pressure. But Aja brought this to me and we've been friends for 20 years. So I feel like I can take on this podcast. And now I'm actually signed to do 3 other podcasts as a co-host on 3 other people's podcasts independently. So you'll see me pretty soon on Roku, on Fire Stick, with my new show, The Bells of Tampa Bay, producer Bob Marley's nephew, Charles Maddox. I'm everywhere. They're taking Talk Yo Ish to a whole nother level.
I love that. Well, we could both be on Roku together because the LFC network is on Roku, and you can also listen to this podcast on Roku. So, hey,
Yay!
yeah. Woo. Now, I got to put this out to you because I laugh about you talking about co-hosts because most of my interview tenure since 2015 has just been me, myself, and I, to put it bluntly. I don't know what it is either. I think a lot of people, you can have chemistry with co-hosts, but when you're doing it independently, you're by yourself, you know who you are, you know what you want about, you know what you want to put out into the universe, so to speak.
Yeah.
That is really what makes it work and makes it like that. I mean, raunchy, I mean, first of all, you're just being you. I mean, a lot of people see that, but I got to tell you, listening to your stuff being raunchy, just being you, being honest, blunt, brazen, that's what makes people unique. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I'm a comedian at heart. I always have been. I don't perceive myself as sexy, and people do see me that way, but I can't hold sexy for more than like 15 seconds. Dead ass. I crack a joke. I call myself Kevin Hart's little sister. Like, I can't. Like, I'll try and I'm like, it's just not me. I've been married 20 years. My husband laughs that I can't hold sexy. Like, photographers get mad. They're like, hold it. I'm like, I like look scared. I mean, I'm not gonna say like I know that I have a face for radio. But no, I know I'm a pretty girl. I know I have an exotic look, but it's just the holding of this sexy. I guess it just I don't know. It's just I could do serious, but sexy, good luck. You're gonna be 6 hours into a photo shoot.
I think there's levels and layers to everything. So, I mean, whatever that perceived image is going to be, I think it's a food swell for anyone who's doing the photo shoot game. I think there's a different style to everything. And that's what I love about these LFC girls. A lot of the girls really just do either photo shoots, they'll do modeling, they'll do fetish modeling, what have you. There's something for everybody. And I think that variety really puts itself out there because I'll tell you straight up, when I started podcasting and I started getting more towards the adult stars, everybody raises the eyebrow and looks at you like, why? And I'm like, well, why not? So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that people don't realize going into said industry in front of the camera, behind the camera. I think a lot of it's very interesting. So I think for yourself and myself included, to give them that platform is absolutely wonderful.
I get the old shoot the messenger type deal. Like
Right.
me and you may not, I don't do porn. I do like food fetishes. I don't
Okay.
do porn. I don't do any penetration besides food in my mouth because I'm married. So
Right.
I have a respectful thing, but I do a little bit of flash nudity, like the old 1980s, you know, with the trench coat. But that's about it. Like you're not going to get anything else. And I think that people, they come up and they literally like disown themselves from me because they're like, I don't want to be associated with you in porn. I'm like, you're a porn star.
Right?
You're getting this all day, and I'm the one who's nasty. So, I don't know what it is. Like that would be like you holding sexy. How if someone came up to you and told you how sexy you are you going to be able, like, you're really sitting in the bedroom with your girlfriend and she is just trying to make you like put the oil on yourself. Like I feel like you're a comic like me and you would probably
Oh
like
yeah. Oh yeah.
not believe her and can't hold the sexy.
No, I can't hold it either. I'm too funny with that. I
Yeah.
would have my butt off. I can't do it.
Me and you gotta do a sexy photo shoot then and see how hard it's gonna be.
Hey, I'm your Huckleberry for that one. So
I love it.
but no, that's the thing too. Like I can't. And you know what it is too? I don't like it's like you. I don't see myself as sexy. I mean, I can portray myself the way I want to be portrayed, but like sexy, like that's not me. I like to laugh. I like to have a good time.
Yeah. We're both good looking people. We're not dumb that we
Yeah.
don't look nice. But again, yeah. Especially when you tell me to hold sexy, like don't tell me. Because if you tell me, like I think I overthink it. Like I can't even hold a sexy face. They tell me to do the AEIOU. So I'm like, see, like I can't even my mouth doesn't do that. Like I can't. I have to close my eyes. I'll show you some of the pictures that sexy was trying to be held.
I got to see these. But no, that's the main thing. And I mean, when you look at women like in LFC, it's a little bit of MMA, a little bit of wrestling, and a little bit of clothing. I think what's great about the sport, and I think what we see in a lot of women in general with this show being beauty, strength, and dominance, internal and external beauty is key. Overall confidence is key. Body confidence is key. I think that goes into a lot of what we both feature with our respective shows and just in general. Like you have to look at it from people's different lenses and the work of art women are. And I think it's just an absolute blast just to see how each one of these women tick, how unique they are. And really, you get to see a lot of great talent in this business that really love and apply their craft in amazing fashion.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. It's crazy. I feel like I'm like crossing over. So started with the strippers,
Sure.
went up to the staff, then the CEO, people who own it. Then now I moved to like feature girls, playmates, now adult porn stars. I have a lot of girls in the wrestling business now that that I know, as you see, because you messaged me, and they're asking me, to come to the ring and sit there. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this is crazy because I never thought of that until I met you. Of any, I don't know, that just wasn't in my head of female wrestling, but the fetish kind of wrestling.
Well, yeah, guys, if you haven't checked it out, I mean, you got great shows with Jasmine Cruz. Shout out to Jasmine, Kim Chi,
Hi,
Yvonne Wolf.
Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine. Yvonne Wolf, Kim Chi. I mean, you're learning from the fetish modeling side. I mean, you and Yvonne got to do like a little matchup in your own right at the end of that pod.
I won. I'll show you the video.
You did?
He, yeah, I won. He didn't think I don't think he portrayed how strong I am, and especially having my, being handicapped, like with the walker, my arm strains, you can't get me off. Like, don't want to fight me. I'm fast with my hands. Like, I'll knock a bitch out. And I was going at 30%. I told him, like, dead ass, I didn't want to hurt him. So I was not, and he was like, oh shit. So I have the video if anybody wants to see it. Yvonne, I have it. Gia Love is gonna be on the show. Like we're doing certain things. There's a few more that are in there, but I love it. I love the fact that, I just never thought of that. That wasn't something that crossed my mind.
Well, I mean,
I
you're also in like Florida too, and Gia Love is another one who's just great out there. Like Florida is the key for wrestling and modeling and stuff. It's just a great outlook and just everything from the state of Florida.
Yeah, anything you need me to do, like let me know because you can jump on the screen with me because these girls literally we all live like 15 minutes away.
That's badass. Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough. Thank you. But
I
no,
got you.
I got you too. Thank you. But no, I look at it from a stance too as well. What I also love about the podcast, folks, you had on Elijah Prock from Catfish. Now,
Yes.
I remember watching this episode of Catfish because everybody's like, no, he's not real. No.
Yeah.
And then he comes on in and the dude's doggone real. And then they have a nice little moment. And I can understand with technological standpoint and just not wanting to do webcam. Hey, man, people are shy. But he really told and went in depth on your show, talk about the process. So, I mean, a lot of people don't even realize like how interesting like being involved in a popular show like Catfish is. I know they're still going on with many doggone seasons, but still very popular in today's society.
Yeah, and so he became one of my like I would really say like best friends. Like we talk every day, all day for the last couple of years. He has been the sweetest. What happened was I started to contact Solana and realized she was doing OnlyFans and all this other stuff, and she was kind of unobtainable. So I told myself, I was like, you know what? Let me contact him. Let me just look, and I did. And he legit texted me right back, like within an hour. And I couldn't believe that. So from there, we started just chatting and obviously going slow because he is still a shy person. He's not for the cameras as much. He will tell you, I've actually pushed him to go hard on. He's like, oh, it's old. That season, that episode's old. I'm like, you're one of the top 5. Keep it moving. This is what you're famous for. So keep it moving. Who cares? I don't care. Some people were famous for stupid shit like what is that Chinese dude that sang on American Idol? You know what I'm saying?
William Hung.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Whatever that little niche is, you get the one. You can use that for other things because he does music and he's very, very lyrically talented. He did just a song with me just a while ago, and he's amazing. And he just needs to get it out there and do it. And I'm constantly on him, whether he's battling, being shy, introvert. I'm like, dude, fuck that shit. Like, I have this thing where you'll be my friend, and pretty soon you're gonna like text me, I fucking hate you, like in the way like I love you, but it's and he one day he was like, I fucking hate you, and I was like, I told you, now you're my friend for life when you say that, because I'm a pusher. I'm gonna push you. Is that what you want to do? Let's fucking do it. Like, let's not play. So I'm very motivated for myself, but I love to motivate someone who's got that potential and who wants to do it. He wants to do it. I just think there's things he didn't know what to do. And it was great for him to talk about the show. We actually have another 2-part episode coming up in a few weeks. He talks even more into more depth about things he probably shouldn't talk about, but he wanted to because it was time. It's a lot of people don't understand what goes through that. And I know that, him and the producers and all them weren't. He's more honest. Elijah Prock is more honest, and the show is not very honest. So,
well, that's how you have to look at it too. I mean, we've seen a lot of features come out of Catfish just about a lot of the dishonesty as well. But here's the thing. I mean, people talk about what makes good TV. He made good TV, and it doesn't matter how friggin' famous you are. I mean, for God's sake, Bad Baby, who best known for Catch Me Outside, How About That, friggin' the Dr. Phil girl, and she's making music now, and that blew up, which is ridiculous, but she's famous, which, yeah, this is what we have in today's society that really brings people up, right?
Well, she's like number 1 on OnlyFans.
I know.
I hate to say it, and Bad Baby, don't clap back but I mean, you're awfully small and thin. I don't know. Not my type of tea. I wouldn't pay to see that. That's all I'm saying. I think Mr. Larkin I would want to be on your OnlyFans better.
No.
There's nothing to see there. What does she got? And I'm sorry.
I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean, but I'm right there with you. I'm like, she's like 20 and she's got nothing to work with. I can't rock.
I need a little bit of, and I don't know if this is her game or whatever, but you're a little too ghetto for me. I don't know. I don't like the way you spelled Bad Baby. I'm just older, so I don't like that.
I'm 31. I'm getting to there too.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. Like, no, my problem with her is too, it's like ever since Dr. Phil, like she acts hard. She's got the tattoos here. People subscribed to her OnlyFans. She made an OnlyFans when she turned 18. And I'm like, then there's like these older dudes who are like subscribing to them. Like that's not weird at all. Just it's just, it makes you feel just a certain type of way. And she being the girl that she is, she doesn't look, and again, I don't mean to be mean, but she doesn't look like the attractive type that really makes me go, huh, look at this girl. No, she's just,
where you're like, I rather see Britney Spears, and not that I want to see her because she looks like a little surfboard, but I'm just saying, like, I think I respect her a little bit more, the way she can talk, the way she's, I guess, more intelligent. I've seen how Bad Baby types. I don't know, again, if that's just a gig, how she does it and plays dumb. I don't like it. There's a couple on there that I'm like, like, who's the guy? Is it there's the number 1 OnlyFans guy. Who's that rapper? Tyga?
Oh, Tyga, yes, the one who just goes on Mario's Shack. I want to be the main one. Yep, that one.
Who the fuck wants to see that? I'm sorry, I don't. Is he? I don't want to see that.
I mean, I like his music, but I don't want to see that kind of side of him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can only see so much long. I mean, I guess. Well, I hope he likes gay guys because that's usually what's going on there. Most women don't get on there. I guess because he's Tyga, they want to, but I mean, we only want to see it once. You don't need to see it perform in different angles. It's okay. It's the same thing.
That reminds me in the 90s when Shawn Michaels, before he found Christ in the WWF, he was on the cover. He was on the cover of Playgirl, and he was bragging about it to the guys. But it's like, Shawn, and they're all saying, like Kevin Nash and Triple H and all the guys are like, Shawn, you do realize that not just girls view this magazine, like guys who are gay, like this magazine.
Like 90%. Like,
Yes.
honest to God, I view penises because I'm a pervert, but that's just because I'm a pervert. But I'm a pervert because I want to see how much different it is. But once you've seen it once, that's it. And then usually I'm like, oh, that's so ugly. And then you tell them the same thing. You're like, so big, wow, huge. It's a 10. Everybody's a 10. 11. You look like a 19.
That's the thing, though, too. No, and you know what? It's funny. And all right, I'll get my perversion out of the way here because I'll even say it. We've talked about this with a couple of guests, so we'll get a little spicy here, folks. When I was a kid, like the first ever adult movie I ever saw when I was like 12 was girlshuntinggirls.com. And now, folks, the premise of the website was it was girl on girl scenes. They pick them up in the van and then they go to like the house, and then it's just like three-way or one-on-one. Like that was my early introduction into pornography. And I'm like, I lost my shit because I'm like, girls hunting girls. All right. Good. And then you get into like the Naughty America stuff, like back in the day, like now we have like X Hamster and X videos and all this shit. Yeah. But now that we're at, you know, you have to remember, folks, this is back in the day where you had to.
Is that still up? Is it still up? Girls hunting girls?
I don't know. I haven't looked in forever.
Okay. I'm going to check.
I would have to look down myself. Now I got the curiosity factor.
Keep talking. Go ahead. Keep talking. Okay. I want to hear.
All right. So
wait. The fact that I have my degree in psychology. I love that it's girls hunting girls and then you said pick them up in a van and take them because that's a little like
right.
It's like you're a little bit like, do you have duct tape and some zip ties? Do you like a lot of domination?
No, it is not my thing. I just remember like the scene of it. I watch girls like make out.
Do you like stalk your girlfriend around the house and like pretend to kidnap her? And
no, not into that. No.
Just joking. Just joking.
But there are people that like that. No, and we've talked to a lot of dominatrixes in our field. Like it's such a popular niche and popular category. Like dominatrix is like so big right now. Right? Though.
Let me see. Girls. Oh no, it's Spank Bang. They don't have girls hunting girls. They have a TV program, Girls Hunting Girls.
Really? No, I've never heard of the TV program. I just remember.
All right, we're gonna have to like do a reaction video.
Okay, I got you. Yes. Now, but no, you had to admit this was like 2005. This was like big, like you'd have to buy a membership and then you only see like a sample clip. And this was also still when Cinemax still had like their shows at like 3:00 in the morning. Skinemax, yes.
I missed that.
Yes, with like Nicole Sheridan, and it's like every fucking same type of porno at like 3 a.m. and it's cat house and shit. But yeah, that was like that was my shit back in the day because
me too. I love the cat house.
But like a lot of people like don't even like you talk about it now. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, it was a thing. They highlighted Las Vegas and the escort services, Air Force. Yeah. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that's how I knew what I wanted to do.
Really?
I think I always was like in the gutter. Like I was just a gutter-minded little kid. I mean, that's and just as a comedian. So it just grew into that, and then I don't know. I guess. This is where, I never thought I'd grow up where pimps and prostitutes were my best friends. That's what I could say. Never thought.
All right. So I'll counter off of that because I like the way you just worded that because a lot of people think of that like, and I knew a couple girls from high school that I went to that worked at like gentlemen's clubs. They bartend there. They did the 9. But I'm just like, you would have thought like that? No, I would have told you that because for me, I think it's just like we talk about taking chances and stuff. It's like, fuck what people think.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to interview them, fucking do it. But also at the same time, like it's normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people do have sex. People do this industry. It's a business. You have to look at it like a business.
That's what I tell people, even when some people have issues like, oh, you're doing this, you're going there. How does your husband feel? I'm like, I'm working. Like nobody's trying to lace me up and insert anything without any money. I'm not paying for it. They're not paying for it. We're not making a film, so they're not interested. When I go to these fetish houses, we are recording and we are the probably funniest, nastiest as far as like, people are farting and trying to take a bath and we're like, you see us without makeup. We're just working the whole time. Like when we're sweating, it's because we're working. Nobody is everybody is naked and this and that, but nobody's looking at that. It's not, we're working. There's no time to sit and gawk at a penis. If someone's doing that, they don't need to be there because that's not what we're doing. That's like going to a nudist colony and you're like staring because you go there because that's your thing and you're going there to you have an agenda. We have an agenda. we have to get this content out. It's not this type of, we're helping each other. We're recording. We're helping with makeup and outfits and, trying to make sure it looks good and networking. But as far as like people, I think when I went to the last house, there was 2 people that penetrated each other and we didn't even see it. I was a little mad because I was like, where? But it's because we were doing other stuff and we didn't even know what was going on and it was on film. It wasn't like it was like They don't go. Nobody has sex in the sex industry. Let me just tell you that. They're the most sexless people ever. Like no one wants to go home and have sex with their husband after they've just filmed for 10 hours. They're good.
Right. Well, no, that's the thing too. I always equated it to like when I did the first two booty camps for the LFC ring announcing and stuff. Like my dad was there, and like he got to see me perform. Like my parents are supportive of what I do.
Mine too.
That's exactly, but that's the thing too. It's like may not be their cup of tea, but if it makes me happy, and that's the thing. You have to look at it from a stance too as well. And I think what I've always found doing the LFC stuff and what people, and I'll equate this to you because of both of our personalities mixed together here, Miss Vitiello, we do also have a warmth. We do have a fun personality. And if you could accommodate and make those people feel comfortable, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Oh, I have this thing. I don't know what it is. I make people feel comfortable. And they always end with, well, I don't know why I'm telling you this. And I love that because I'm like, tell me. And it's like and they feel comfortable. A lot of people get on and they'll be like, and I know they'll say, well, I probably only about 15 minutes, or I don't know what to say, or they feel very nervous. And then they get on and we're 2 hours in. And they're like, I want to do it again. Like, and I'm glad that I can make that experience for them. And let me just tell you, I'm so happy that I'm doing your show because I was getting ready and I was going to set up the whole like microphone. And then I go, wait a minute, I'm on his show. I'm on the Michael Larkin show. What are we doing? I'm like, I could throw on some makeup, no pants, and a headset. I was like, what are we doing right now? I don't have to record. I don't have to be the one in charge. And I love that. So thank you for inviting me because I'm always in charge.
You're very welcome. No, well, for me, and well, now I know when I do your show, pants will be off. I got you.
Pants off. I better see it too. I got to see at least a silhouette of a pants coming off. Hold them up or something.
I got you. But no, that's the thing too. I think usually, and I'll say this right now, folks, when it comes to podcasting, I'm mostly in my underwear. But yeah, there's a couple times I just put my pants on. Like, for real. Like it makes you comfortable. Like I'm sitting at my desk. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to see anything because I'm sitting like this, but it's just like, yeah, I mean, the underwear, rock it.
You know what's so funny? So I was interviewing Raheem from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. They've been on TV lately. Congratulations to him. And he was doing his interview with me, and I had to move, and I was like, oh crap, hold on, sorry, I don't have any pants on. So I was like, tipped my camera just because I don't know him and I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable. Then I was like, do you have a fan on? Can you turn your fan off? And he like looked crazy. And I said, what's wrong? He goes, so hold on, because I don't have any pants on. And I was like, oh my God, we're friends. So I call it the pantless podcast. Like you can't wear pants on my pod. It's like a thing. No. I'm offended.
Well, no, that's the thing too. And I mean, for me, like for those that do see these shows, and like I said, I love every guest that I have on, whether it be male, female. LFC is a community, and we have such great fans like this one over here doing her thing in the community. But no, that's the thing too. Like a lot of the girls are just in the lingerie, they're on their bed. Like we mentioned, the girl who was in the tub naked, just like out of the bath. Like if you're comfortable, rock it, just go for it.
You're doing it now. I do the podcast from the bathtub also.
I know. I know.
Yeah. So when you're ready, you let me know. Gotcha. I mean, but it's so cool because I don't take away from the other person. They can be doing naked, their thing. You literally don't see anything. Like I'm short, so the tub's like tall. And you just literally like maybe see a little bit of an areola shadow. That's about it. You don't see anything.
But also at the same time, I think the people, like I said, we're in a day and age where everybody is offended over one little thing, and then it just blows up. It's like,
God, I get hate mail all day. Really? That's all I get. Oh yeah, you don't get hate mail?
No,
that's all I get.
Fuck. All day. What happened? Like, how much hate mail are we talking here?
Well, it used to start off at like maybe 5 or 10 emails a day. Now we're probably at like 20, 40. I think half of them are from my family. And I mean, I do get the occasional hate mail call, but it's usually like my mom and my dad because I talk about their divorce openly. Sure. And I talk about my dad doing drugs. I talk about a lot of stuff. Again, Kevin Hart's little sister. I tell the truth. My mom gets mad because she's like, why did you tell that story? She's like, I was at the dollar store and this lady came up to me. She was like, oh my God, you're the one that the husband sang to and blah, blah, blah. She's like, I was appalled and embarrassed. She's like, I'm a Christian. And I was like, yeah, well, your daughter's a fucking whore. Not me talking about my sister. But so it's there and it's happening. And I love, I mean, I embraced it now. Like I actually love it because when I see hate mail, I go harder. Like I told you, go say, and if they say, I don't like, what you did, like real fast. So I posted a video that I made at Busch Gardens. It was a guy, he was clapping, you know what I'm saying? Like he looked like he was probably gay, and there was no kids at the Elmo party. I just recorded him, and nobody knew what happened behind the scenes. Nobody knew that we talked. Nobody knew anything. And I said, when you ain't got no kids, that's all I said. He
Wow.
was happy. So I put that up there. It went viral.
Yeah.
There's somebody that I didn't even know. A friend screenshotted somebody else's page. Somebody had put this post about me saying, like, what a terrible person I am, like, go kill yourself, like all kinds of stuff that they couldn't even say to me. Didn't tag me. And like 10 people were on there, all 10 lonely people were on there, like, talking about me. Okay. So basically, like, how disgusting I am. And I guess I'm the first person ever like record somebody without them knowing. I didn't know I didn't know I was the beginning of that, because I thought that's what all videos were. But okay. So and the guy contacted me, like, we know we talk, like, whatever, he's gonna do the show. But so they all decided they didn't want to be my friend, unfollow me, blah blah blah. So I went and I just kindly blocked them all just to be a dick. And then I from that 10 people unfriending me or whatever, 10,000 more people friended me.
Love that.
So fuck you guys, I'm going home. Thank you. And there'll be more to come. I have a couple other videos I was holding back because I felt bad, but I don't anymore.
Well, that's the thing with today's society. Again, like, we got a lot of crap going on in the world, and you want to worry about fucking like that crap. And obviously, it's so funny too. Like, I haven't gotten to that extent, but I do remember when I first started doing the LFC stuff. And like I said, shout out to Sean and everybody that's giving me the opportunity to do my thing. What's up, Sean? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, people would assume, like, oh, the only reason he's got there is because he has sex with the girls. And I'm like, no. How about I'm just fucking polite and I'm a professional?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're sending virtual penis, right?
Yeah, just like, I'm just fucking, here's the dick pic. Woo, no.
Yes, is that what we get in our package?
Exactly. Yeah. Package.
All right. Because you hold sexy all day, right?
Of course, I just hold it just to.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's the only reason I did your show.
Right, of course. But people are just idiots. People say what they say. And I mean, it's so funny too, because I know everybody's got an opinion, but that also goes today with the day and age of social media. The plus is marketing and really interacting on a positive side of things. But the negative is just people don't know when to shut the fuck up, number one.
No.
Or number two, they just want beef.
Yeah, just to talk. Listen, I'm called I guess I didn't know. I'm called a drag queen. I'm called a transgender. I have people message me all the time, ask me, like, how is it being a girl? And I was like, what? And
right.
Like, I don't know if they're being smart and they just want me to send a picture of my vagina to prove. Because after a while, I'm like trying to prove to them I'm a girl. And then I'm like, oh, I've had like halfway like X-rated pictures go and talk about, see, holding it open, see. But now I'm like, oh, smart bitches. They turned it around on me. So, yeah, and I'm not, and they say I had a lot of work done. I haven't had anything done. I had my eyebrows and my lips like tattooed, not filled, tattooed. That's it. Everything else, people are, oh, I've had all this work done because I'm 41 years old and I look a little younger, but it's because I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. Like, it's the normal things. I take a bath. I do my face. Like, I've been married. I don't have any stress. I do, but normal stress, not like stress that other people put you through. Besides the hate mail, but that's wearing on me. That's why I have to get my eyes done under the bags under my eyes. Because thank you guys for stressing me out.
No, I dig that. It's funny, like, because I got my first tattoo when I was 18, and it brings me, when you talk about tattoos on the lips, I knew a girl that got princess, and like the word princess, like right here in her lip, has it to this day, and I'm like, well, all right, but it's a cool tattoo. I mean, lip tattoos are very popular.
It is. Yeah, my sister got "fuck you" on the inside of her lips.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll have to but actually, so my lips, they're called blushing. This lipstick doesn't go away. So that's what, when I mean with tattoo, I don't mean a real green tattoo. Blushing. Semi-permanent, it'll go away in 3 years. But I was tired of, Beyonce doesn't tell you this is how you wake up. That fucking bitch tried to tell you that that's how she wakes up. No, bitch. We know you ain't got no hair, no lashes, no face, no nothing. Like, she just picks up a head and puts it on. But that head had to go get done somewhere. She's had everything else, a little bit of Botox, a little bit this, but she don't tell you that's how you wake up. I love it. I found the secret. I found it. Now I just got to get a new set of tits. So we'll be good. Yeah, I'm gonna raise these puppies so they could be up here. Like I want to talk to you like this next time. That look better? That looks better than.
You look good. You look good.
See, I'll hold them up until we finish. They're heavy.
Okay, speaking of amazing the voluptuosity factor with breasts, we got to talk about this. Kate Mack, another one from the OnlyFans side of things. First of all, Kate is a cutie beauty. I know she did your show. I want to talk about Kate here because
let's talk about fucking Kate. I fucking love that bitch.
But fucking sexy as hell, man. What a beautiful spirit. What a beautiful person.
She is so sickening because she's beautiful on the inside.
Right.
That's the worst. Because she's nice. So I'll just go into the beginning. A friend of a friend, JR and Jasmine. I was supposed to go to a shoot. They said our friend Kate Max or a girl that they know, Kate Max, was coming. And how they I don't know how exactly we got in touch with each other. Like we were supposed to. We forgot about it. Like we didn't go. And then I just happened to see her on my feed. I don't know what happened, but I just messaged her out of it because I love Asians. Everybody will know I have this Asian fetish. And I messaged her and she fucking messaged me back, another one. And from there we started talking and we didn't even realize we were both supposed to be on a show together. And then she's like, you know what? I know who you are. Now you know who I am. Let's get together. I'm coming down to Miami. Will you want to come? I have a friend who lives out there. So I was like, yeah, I'll come. But she's like, no, come to my house. Come stay the weekend. And I was like, you don't know me. She's like, invite your photographer. Like, it was so sweet. So then I'm like, oh my God, it's a predator. I'm getting like sex trafficked. Right. So I made sure my friend knew, everybody knew. I went down there with Manny Oquendo, my photographer from Orlando. And we get there and obviously it's real. And after we did a 10-hour photo shoot with him, me and Kate. And I mean, we did everything. We did my food fetish, everything. And she loves all that stuff. She never did it before. Beautiful pictures. We did the pods. We did so much stuff together in 10 hours. And then for the next like 2 days, me and her just hung out as normal people. And she explained things, OnlyFans, like so many things. Like we both, and a lot of podcasting thing because she used to do the Naked Anchor.
Okay.
In Canada. So she's really good at podcasting. She knows what she's talking about. And from there, we like legit became like good friends, very good friends. And I want to go visit her really soon up in Canada, but she's going to be down here, I think, in a month or so. But we talk all the time. We're business partners. I'm a business partner with a lot of the other girls. So, man, that girl we sat and talked and drank at her table for like, I don't know, 6 hours. Like just talking and drinking and becoming friends. Even the boyfriend was like, I'm going to bed. Good night. Y'all stay up till 5 a.m. And we went out to a bar. Like we were just so without like all this makeup on, like we were just normal people. And it was really nice. And like I said, I love you, Kate. So sick because you're beautiful on the inside, even more than outside. And her with no makeup on and she's funny. Jeez, if I could be somebody, and she's Asian. So if I could be somebody, I want to be Kate Max.
That's like me with Ty Emery. First of all, love Ty Emery. For those that don't know, LFL, Lingerie Football League, just became bare knuckle fighting champ. She was known for flashing the crowd after her fight. That made news. She flashed the crowd. She's another one, man, from the Aussie trading in Thailand. Like, she's another one that, like, really doesn't give a fuck. She's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to flash my breast. Boom, this is me. Like, I can respect that. Like, I really can respect that.
Oh, I told you I'm a 1987 flasher.
Yes, that's the great part about it too. And I mean, if you look at like the 80s, and I'll even go back to it because we were talking about our perversions with the adult side of things, like Ginger Lynn, when she did Kinky Business, and I had her on my pop culture show talking about that movie. Like, you don't realize like how like awesome that is, just talking about shower scenes that really made up what kind of equates to risky business. Like porn parody or whatever movies are subsided into pop culture, like it works. Like a lot of that stuff really works in the adult entertainment world.
I mean, what's the old saying? Less is more.
Right.
Remember the old Sharon Stone movie? Like, even going as far as what is that? Wild Things, when Nev and the other girl, like that's all you need. Like, I probably would get more turned on watching that because it's more in your head than actually just straight out going for it. Like I don't need to hear the clapping. I can think I hear the clapping. So.
No, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, soft porn was always my thing. I don't mind the garage. I love it. I love the soft. Shout out to the Lornos.
Fair enough, but no, that's true. And I like your style because when you look at soft porn, it's sensual, but also at the same time, you're not rushing to stuff. It's like let those moments and memories create, man. Like fucking
yeah. And then isn't it more fun like trying to find a nipple? Ooh, like you're so I saw it. Like that just like you're just sitting there, you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna watch like I'm gonna see Katie Holmes' tits. Like, so I'll tell you, my husband has this thing when someone famous does a movie and they've done all these movies and they don't get naked or they get like, like a little bit of you see a thigh or something.
Yeah, it's like Harold. Yeah, it's like Harold go to White Castle, right? I'm going to see your boobs.
Yeah, exactly. Want to see your boobs. And so he has this thing. If you see a star that you've known forever, never got naked, you see them naked, he's like, they're broke. They're broke. So you'll know every time you see a star that you have never seen naked before, like they're broke. He said they're broke because what else could you do but strip down? What's that new movie that just came out with where she has to date the boy? Just came out.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it.
Jesus, guys, we're wrong here. But she was the girl from the Hunger Games.
Oh, that chick. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So she just did a movie. She got completely naked and fought 3 people naked. I'm talking about flipping. She was wet. Not only was she naked, she was wet. So now I think she's homeless. Because to get all wet and oiled up and then fight dudes, you're homeless, honey. That's way more than broke. This is the last Mohicans, and she's gonna open up an OnlyFans. Quote my words.
Like on the horror side, when every girl would like do the remakes of "I Spit on Your Grave" and it's just them like cutting off genitalia, and it's like fucking like that's all it is. That's all it is.
I was watching the whole like 1 through like 19, and when we got to like 4, I was like, okay. My husband's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm done." I mean, and it was like sadistic because obviously they're doing horrible things there. Just like the movie, The Last House on the Left.
Yeah.
I love the movie. I love the concept, but I thought that scene, unless you're like weird or sadistic, no one wants to see this cute little girl get like violated or like it was like 10 like it was a lot. And I legit like had tears because I mean, most people don't know, but if you get violated, I mean, it's a trigger. So, okay, a little bit of a movie, but come on, leave some stuff. You didn't have to have this full out. I was like, well, then show it. Stop putting it behind the tree then, because all I saw was a tree going for 15 minutes. It was actually a little disturbing. I fast forward it because I'm like, just need a little bit, just need about 35 seconds, and I know what's happening.
I totally get it. I mean, it's stuff like that that's just now it's interesting too because I remember like back in the day, like we talk about the "I Spit on Your Graves," but when you have like a lot of the stuff in there, like you look at like friggin' let the right one in, where like the girl is kind of like naked for like going into the pool and stuff, and she's looking at the kid, and the kid's looking at her like, "You're naked." Like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
like, what? Like, wait a minute, she's like 12. Like, what are you doing?
And I think he was even younger, wasn't he?
He was like 10, 9, something like that, but like a couple years younger. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be like this old soul, and she was bitten by whatever, and it's like a demonic thing. But I'm like, this is kind of creepy. This is
it went there. It sure went there. Hey, it went there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely did. But the other thing too, I got to mention as well here, as far as your guest goes, Amanda Solis. We're talking about Selena up in here. First of all, Amanda, amazing talent. She hits Selena to a T. I got to say, listen to the interview. Not only loved it, but god dang it, man, I got an appreciation for her. Like she is really finding her groove and finding the grind and really making her proud.
And we just did a new interview that'll be out in like 2 weeks, and part 1 and part 2, updating everything from then. If you thought she was awesome in that interview, wait till you hear this one because she's come an even longer way. And it's funny because in this episode, me and her, we are really talking, and she was telling me that the Murder Made Me Famous is coming out, and she was in this episode years ago, and they're replaying it. I watched it and didn't know that. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. That's who I was talking to. And I was like, fuck, bitch, who the fuck am I talking to? Like, you ever get that where you're like, wow, like you didn't grasp, like, and don't ever quote me on to say like how famous someone is. I legit did not know what level. I knew she was on a level, but I did not know she was on the level where she's up here and she was going to talk to me. Like that was completely, when I found that out and I was like, girl, I watched that episode and I rewatched it. So for me to watch the episode 8 years ago and watch it again now and not know that was her and I was going to talk to her, like it makes Talk Yo-ish all worth it. All worth it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you get to see it, and I'll say this as well. When you interview people in the entertainment industry or whatever, man, everybody's grinding, everybody's hustling, whether they're here, or here. It's the grind that really makes it worth it. It really tells a lot of interesting stories. But yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Like the Selena documentary from the J Lo movie, from all the documentaries, it really stands out just to see who's actually playing it. Like it's funny. Like I grew up a '90s kid. Like Disney Channel was all the rage with like Lizzie McGuire and stuff. Like Jake Thomas, the one who plays a little brother, right? He was on an episode of Ghost Whisperer with
Yeah.
Jennifer Hewitt. Like Ghost Whisperer, first of all,
Yeah.
shit. If you've not watched Ghost Whisperer, folks, go out of your way.
Oh my God. I love Jennifer Love Hewitt anyway,
Yeah,
period. So yeah. She went from Ghost Whisperer to what's that other one that was real sexy? The client list.
yeah, the client list. Yeah,
Girl, when I tell you, when I tell you, like, I love the movie rather than the series of it, but the whole story, like, I mean, obviously we know it was real, but she made that shit look awesome. Like, boy, that was another one with the scenes of a little bit of skin, and she's obviously not broke because she didn't come in naked at all.
right.
So.
But no, like Jennifer Love Hewitt was also my thing too. Like if you look at it like the '90s, like she dated Will Friedle from Boy Meets World. She dated that dude Rich from LFO, who's no longer with us. Like she got around. She did. I still want you to know what she did last summer. She was on Boy Meets World. She was doing Ghost Whisper. She had that song Bare Naked that came out in the early 2000s.
Didn't she marry one of the other actors that played in like those funny movies? And she
I'm
she married
pretty sure she did.
she married the guy from She's All That, didn't she?
Yes, I think
I
so.
think
Or are you
so.
thinking of
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar with Freddie Prinze Jr. and all that?
Oh yeah, they look like. Sorry, and I love Buffy. Sorry, same thing. White girl. Sorry,
Same
same thing.
thing,
So
like
close.
I like it.
So skinny, mousy, white girl, hot, makes a lot of money. That's the same thing.
Yes, I know. I agree with you
They're
wholeheartedly.
interchangeable.
No, I could also see that because I remember like when Mandy Moore and Brittany and Christina came out in like the late
Yeah,
'90s, like, their thing. It's like it's the same shit if you really think
yeah.
about it.
You're like who? We're like same thing. Yeah,
Same,
you're like same girl, interchangeable.
yeah, like Jessica Simpson, like same girl, like when she had
Yeah,
like
yeah, Jessica, yeah, yeah, they look alike. I wouldn't know the difference. Put them in a lineup, and the only difference I could tell is Britney Spears has the shoulders like a man. That's all.
just have them start singing like Brooklyn 911, I want it that way, and get going now going. Yeah.
They should start a band. Well, not anymore, but
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, like too, it's like when you look at the boy band trend, like the fact that the Backstreet Boys and 98 Degrees are still touring and in sync, and they're talking about like
oh my God, I forgot about 98 Degrees because
right?
that was who. Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. That's ew. I love them. Let me put them on my playlist.
Yeah, 98 Degrees, man. Nick Lachey did his thing. Him and his brother and Jeff Timmons and Justin,
Oh,
the
so
other.
Nick Lachey has that new, and I love him, and I loved him more when he was with Jessica Simpson when she
Right.
was asking about the tuna in a can. The famous, you know what I'm talking about.
Newlyweds, yes.
Yes, is chicken
Or
in a
fish.
can, fish as tuna in a can.
Like it says chicken, like right
I,
here. Like
but
chicken
I
by the sea.
still chicken by the sea. Is it chicken? I still don't know.
Yeah.
But why is it by the sea?
That was that same episode where he like threatened to beat up like a telemarketer because some guy was trying to sell him stuff at the door, and Nick Lachey got his badass on, and he's like, "It'll be the hardest thing for you to get up after I punch you in the fucking face." And I'm like,
Which he which he's a lie because he's got nothing but Botox right now. That's what I wanted to tell
"Oh,
you. Have you seen his face? He goes,
I've seen it. I've seen him perform. Yes.
I want to touch it. It's so hard. It's like
Well, he's got Vanessa Hudgens with him now, so I mean, hey, why not? Why not? Ugh.
downgrade.
Down, down.
Downgrade. She used to be hot, and I don't know what happened. She just started talking, and she's like, ooh, I don't know.
That is the best thing because a lot of guys and girls can do it. Once you start talking, it's like the attraction level goes away. I can see that. I can see that. I got you.
Yeah, it was to me. I just wanted her to shut the fuck up and be in a picture. Same with the first wife. He's got this thing where he gets these wives that they talk and like they ruin the whole thing. So
Yep. It happens with the best of us. It's like when you look at wrestling, like when Matt Hardy's with Rebby Sky, and like Rebby Sky doesn't shut the fuck up because she's Queens and she's all hugging, thugging, and bugging, and it's like she'll slow your roll.
I'll tell you, I used to be a big wrestling fan. I still
Yeah.
am, but like back in the day, Hulk Hogan and all that. And
Yes.
when they started to get into where it was nothing but talking the whole time, I'm like, get to the action. So that's when I was like, we're done. Like, cause I'm done.
Too
It was
much
like
promos. Too much
yeah,
promos.
that's like if porn gets into talking all the time, like we're done. I don't want to see like you got 3 minutes of
right.
One-liners, and that's it.
I like your style here, and I'm actually going to talk about this because she adds a great point here, folks. Like the storytelling really into anything is great, but don't make it too fucking long. Don't go on for like talking for 20 minutes. Let's fucking go. Like, you know,
Yeah, or at least like put it in between, like talk then go, talk then go, talk then stop making it a whole saga. It's like a what is it? A Della Novella or novella.
telenovela and all that.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, and I don't like that. I watch my Spanish channel for that. I watch Telemundo for that. I don't watch wrestling for that or porn.
Right. But that's the thing too, is what I really like about what you said there, because it reminds me of, okay, when you have great talent just in any adult entertainment thing or what have you, it reminds me of Matt Rife, and everybody knows who Matt is, the skinny guy who does the comedy now. So he told the story about like what, watching porn and meeting a porn star because he met Lisa Ann and it was like an interaction, what have you. But he talks about like you go onto Pornhub and then you're scrolling through because it's like seen it. And he's like, I get to this one thing and it's a POV video and the guy's like making eggs and making like an omelet and it's going on for like 10 minutes and it's like, how long is he gonna go? Can we like get to the action? Do I have to watch and make the fucking omelet? You know, so
just make the omelet.
Just make the omelets, get to the action. And the whole like, if you, I don't know if you've seen it, but folks, the whole purpose of the video is it's POV. It's a blowjob scene, and it's like, hey, I have to get to the, have to get on this field trip. Where you sign the permission slip, and he's like, how long do you, how bad do you really want to go on this field trip? And then it's this whole thing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait a minute, was that Jasmine Cruz and JR?
No.
Oh, because I think I saw that live. I was like, oh, walked into the kitchen. I was like, I don't want any eggs.
I don't want any eggs.
Little cereal, thanks. No milk.
But yeah, that's what you can expect in this industry that we have, folks, whether it be adult entertainment or what have you. And I will say this, folks, if you've not checked out LFC and you want to check out this one over here in a beautiful drawing, Sketchy and Funny is on the VIP section at lfcfights.com. We got a lot of beautiful women out there showcasing their stuff internally, externally, hitting hard and just doing their damn thing. So I love to always ask this as well, because the L in lingerie for Lingerie Fighting Championships, Miss Tatiana Vitiello, what is some of your favorite lingerie? Because it goes with the entrance of all these fighters besides the action. What are some of your favorite lingerie, man, for the style?
Okay, so I'm an old school. I love the black, either black or red. That's it. And I love when they wear the bustiers.
Right.
The full one where the boobs are like sitting and they look like they're about to come out, and then like the little cute little lace underwear, and I like them no thong, like the bikini, so it's kind of showing, but just a little bit. And then I like the garters. I like the stockings with the little garter. I like the old fashioned lingerie. I don't know any of the new stuff, so I like very lacy, very see through, but just old school, just what you would see at Fredericks of Hollywood, like right on the thing with the leg, it's got a leg piece, like where it straps to the underwear, and then the knee highs or thigh highs.
Right.
Beautiful. I love it. I think that to me that's just so beautiful. So Victoria's Secret, like the old school, not the new one where they have fat girls on there. It makes me feel bad.
Okay. First of all, I've always said this, like, first of all, down with the thickness, if you will, the thickness vibes. I'm all, I get it. But that's the thing too. And I think what I love about, we talk about women come in all different shapes and sizes, like the thickness really does work, because we talk about curves, the word spins the verb, like for Blackstreet, no diggity, no doubt, got to bag it up. That's one of the many things. I mean, we have so many different body types now. And that's what I love about LFC. The diversity and just over equality really shines within the women's. And I'm sure you can see the same thing when it comes to just the stripper vibes and the entertainment vibes.
Yeah, I listen. Okay, so people might think I'm a little biased, but I've been down here in Florida from Michigan for 20 some years. So we're home of the booty. So when we go to a club somewhere where I see natural girls, it's weird. Not that they're not beautiful, but I'm like, oh my God, where's her butt? Like, it's weird to me now to see a girl who's not either blown up with lips or to have natural boobs. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, it's almost like I feel weird. I'm like, ooh, oh, we're floating in the ocean with no oars here. Like it's different to me, and I do like it. I do like it, but it's just I get shocked because I'm so used to seeing the biggest booty. So when I go to a strip club, if they're all natural, I find the girl with the biggest, thickest, and I'm like, ooh, I wanna be with you right here, fake, and just see it and smack it, and my hand hurts because it stops right here, and I don't know what to do with the little ones. I'm like, oh no, is that you? Oh no. And then I'll tell you, and I have this problem. Nope, I don't want to go. And I'll tell you, can be a big girl or super skinny or whatever and pose for Victoria's Secret. But I was a little upset because I feel like they're not doing like a ratio, and they've got like 2 skinny girls, and the rest are all like BBWs.
Yeah.
They're getting a little bit more sloppy with it, natural if they want to call it. And I saw them in these like nude like underwear, so of course it makes your body look like it's your body. And they had 2 skinny girls, and the rest were just big girls down the line. And I was like, I don't want to come in here. I want to think I look like her. I don't show me what I look like in that underwear, because I won't buy it. And I didn't buy it because I'm like, now I feel fat. That's all I'm saying. They need to stop trying to like show. Big girls don't want to see what they look like. I'm not saying you had a skinny girl, but you go to the store. Do you want to see what the guy looks like? And do you want to see you with no clothes on as a mannequin in some Speedos?
No.
Okay. I'm just saying they can make the mannequin a little bigger, but please stop putting the extra guts on the front, because that makes me feel bad.
No, I hear you, because there does a lot of that with the body positivity side of things, which is great, but I could also attest to that.
Makes me body negative, because I'm like, that's what is that what I look like? Are they taking pictures of me in the back room and putting them up? Like, what are they molding shit after me? Like, now I feel bad.
We are putting that out now. Body negative. I like that.
It's body negative to me. I don't like it. Whenever I see some shit like that, if I go back to the old angels, I'm very angry. I want to look like, don't put Beyonce up there. Don't put Lizzo. Like, I don't want to see that.
Especially with what Lizzo was done now. My goodness, with everything that's going on with Lizzo, shit.
Yeah. So definitely, what are you going to do? Put the girl's bio and 5 kids behind her with the big gut? That'll really make me feel better. Sure. That's the magazine.
Oh my God. Okay.
Not buying it. I'm not buying it.
Not doing it. Not
do it. No, body negative.
Body negative. But what is not negative as a positive is the fact that, I'm going to say this, I'm so glad we finally got to do this show. You are an absolute blast, and I definitely want to have you back on for a round 2, and I will definitely do your show with my pants off, and we'll have some fun.
And I will co-host with you anytime you need me, and vice versa. Like I said, you need me to get to these girls out here, I got you. I'll be your, which is funny, I'll be your legs, but 6 legs, because I got the walker.
Fair enough. Well, I appreciate the help. I appreciate the friendship. Now, Tatiana Vitiello, not only are you doing this with your killer lashes, cannot wait for the pod with the true crime side of things, branching out, more variety. I dig it. Where can we follow you on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube? Where can we follow you on the social media fronts?
Okay, you can follow me on everything. That's Talk Yo Ish. That's Talk Yo, YOISHH. Please get the ISHH right, because when you don't, there's a bunch of other ones. So it's Talk Yo Ish, ISHH, and you will see the logo with the thumb and the finger, and it's pink. And my niece, Shanti Curry, she does logos by Curry now, and she makes custom logos. So she's made one for JR and Jazz, Freaky Media Productions. A lot of different people have gone and gotten their logo professionally done now.
Beautifully. And first of all, I love the logo, and I love everything that encompasses this. You're very welcome. And I will say this, folks, Talk Yo Ish, been down since day 1 ish. Check out the show where you get it on YouTube, whatever audio, various platforms. And you can check out this show on the LFC network on Roku, LFCfights.com. Now no longer Stitcher, Pandora, because Stitcher, that goddamn Stitcher, like closed, and they moved over to Pandora, the fuckers. And then we got Apple Podcasts, and we have just so many great platforms for you. Stitcher, Spotify, friggin' whatever.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple, Pandora. Ooh. Oh, well, I guess it was time for me to go. Okay, now you see what I look like.
Hey, all good. But yes, no, folks. So follow Talk Yo Ish on all forms of various audio platforms. Same with this podcast, and subscribe to my YouTube, Mike Larkin92. Subscribe to the Talk Yo Ish YouTube, folks. And as always, as I say with each and every show, beauty, strength, and dominance, the 3 key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And Tatiana Vitiello, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.